Hello friends and welcome to Let's Play Find Love or Die Trying. My name's Mo and we're on a quest to find love or die trying. Welcome back. We are confronted once again as per usual by 5 beautiful women. And we're on a quest to find our actual soulmate. And ultimately not die. We need to find, meet, and escape with our soulmate. I think we just had a dream last episode. If you haven't watched it, go back and watch it. I think we had a dream that seemed to indicate that Scarlet is not our soulmate. So, of the 3 people we're dating right now, which is Scarlet, Violet, and Allie, Kat told us to save who we're gonna pick for last, of our last set of 3 dates before the end. Of whatever that means, if we even get to the end. Last time we got to the end, we didn't. So I'm gonna pick Scarlet first, because as of this moment, I don't know who I want to pick for my finale, if it's gonna be Violet or Allie. I actually don't know which it's gonna be. Both of them have like their own thing going on in their own right that I enjoy, and I think they're both great. But I don't know who I want to pick just yet. I'm not sure, so we'll see. I'm gonna pick Scarlet first and see where we go from there. I walk down to the kitchen where the girls are having breakfast. So, how was the date? Yeah, tell us. Tara was furiously scribbling down notes with the title War Plans in bold. It was really quite nice. Yeah, Violet's the one we just went on a date with. We actually made this cake and the cookies yesterday together, Mo-Man and I. I hope you all enjoy it. Okay, we're all having the cake today? Is that what's happening? I thought we were gonna share the cake and then we never did. I was so confused. They're amazing, Violet. Thanks for making it for us. They're amazing? Okay, maybe there were cookies left over too. I kind of thought I ate them all last night. I went back downstairs last night for cookies and I'm like, did I eat all of them? I think we're sharing the cookies and cake. I don't know how many cookies we made. You know what I mean? Thanks so much. They're so delicious. Tara scribbles, war of attrition is likely not an option. Yeah, so yeah, Tara, you're kind of out of the running anyway in this current run, so I don't know what her war plans are gonna be used for. Last time we did this, and it was between Tara and Yui, making war plans made sense. But now, I'm not sure what she's gonna use these plans for. What are you writing there, Tara? Nothing. So, how come there's cookie batter everywhere? Did we not clean that up? Is there not staff to clean that up? I mean, there's the Brothers 5. What do? They do a little bit of everything. Why is there cookie batter everywhere? Good question. I know how it got there to begin with, but why is it still there? Did we not clean it up? Did nobody clean it up? No matter where I look, I can see batter on every surface of the kitchen. Violet and I had a wild time last night with that cookie batter. I'm telling you what. It wasn't just the batter. Violet and I had knocked over quite a few things in our firefight. That really makes it sound like we had a rough and tumble time. You sure it was just baking together? That's what I'm saying. We had a rough and tumble time of it. I thought it was more than that. Come on, me. Come on, me. We know what Allie's implying. I charade as if I was heartbroken. I gotta hand it to you, Violet. I didn't think you had it in you. Hubba. Allie should be a little bit more torn up about this, right? She was the one macking on me on the beach, on the boat. Wait, no, nothing like that happened. Allie and I laugh and make finger guns at each other. Okay, I guess that's a thing we do now. Okay, all right, that's fine. I don't know what to make of this. She's kind of like Allie's kind of like sniding at us a little bit too, right? I don't get it. It's okay, Yui, nothing happened. That's because you're a good person, Yui. Come on, we all know what's being implied here. I think what Allie's trying to say is that Violet and Mo-Man, yeah, the scientist is like, allow me to explain it to you. Here's a diagram. Here, view the diagram. Allie stuffs a cookie into Scarlet's mouth before she can finish her sentence. That's hilarious. Oomph. Wow, these cookies are pretty useful. You gotta teach me how to make these sometime, Violet. It would be my pleasure, Allie. It would be my pleasure, Allie. I lost her voice for a second there. Oh, teach me too. Why should Mo-Man have all the good stuff? We spend the rest of the morning fooling around in the kitchen, which makes it sound like that also could be taken the wrong way, game. Game, come on. Just me and the girls fooling around in the kitchen. Morning, Mo-Man. Let's kick off phase 3. Hopefully we can wrap this up quickly and you'll be back to your old life soon. I better be. As nice as this island is, it's a gilded cage. You'll be able to go back to your old life soon. That's a promise. I don't know if I trust your promises, Cat. I think your promises are empty. Well, unless you make a mess out of your next 3 dates, I can't help you there. I think you can. I don't think I made a mess of my last life's dates. But assuming you do, you'll get to leave here with one of the 3 girls you're dating now. I have my doubts, but we'll see. But first, it's time to pick which of them you'll be going on a 3rd date with today. Who's it gonna be? I'm gonna pick Scarlet for this one. That just seems like if we're trying to land on our soulmate, Scarlet I think is out of the running. So we're gonna start with her. Can't say I'm surprised there. You're 2 birds of a feather. Here's to hoping you both have a day you'll both remember for a change. Okay. It's funnier when you're not an amnesiac. Yeah, how many times have we done this? How many lives have I lived dating these same 5 girls over and over and over again, discovering the same things about each other over and over and over again? I found Scarlet in the same place I met her. She's engrossed in a book with a pile of books next to her. They look worn, as if they'd been read over and over through the years. And they literally might have been. We might have been doing this for the last decade for all I know. I don't think we're that old, but for the last while anyway. Hey there, Scarlet, what you reading? Hi, Mo-Man, just an old fairy tale. Really? I'm surprised you'd read something that would throw science out the window. I'm a woman of varied tastes. I quite like these stories, especially this one. I just love the goofy tongue thing that she does. Like, what's that? What's that about? Which one are you reading? It's called The Princess of Avaranda. That, I believe, is one of the coded books that Kat had asked us to bring over to her. There's something about this that means something, but it's in code. But Scarlet is smart. Scarlet's a scientist. She might be able to figure something out if she knows where to look. Really, it's silly. I doubt you'd be interested in Try Me. I smile at her. She smiles back at me in kind. Okay, I don't see why not. What is this angle? What is this shot? What is this angle? What are we doing? What are we doing, game? What are we doing? And she's literally lying there like the girl on the cover is lying there. Is that what we're doing? Is that why she's done that? There's a young girl, Nira, who was the princess of the kingdom of Avaranda, which was far, far away from civilization. Unlike other princesses before her, she had no time for politicking or parties. She spent all her time building all sorts of gadgets for her family and her friends. See, that sounds a lot like you, building gadgets and stuff. Like a robot dog that would eat the vegetables they didn't want to eat. Oh, I gotta try my hand at that sometime. Scarlet giggles like a child. Nira has a blissfully happy childhood. She even falls in love with a commoner named Aluria. Though her kingdom would never approve of their relationship, Nira and Alluria never failed to see each other in secret, every night by the crooked trees in the western forests. But those days don't last. One day her mother, the queen, is taken by a witch, never to be seen again, and Nira is forced to become queen at the age of 16. Hang on, give me a second to just recap. We're going through this story. Is it important? She falls in love with a commoner named Alluria. Never approved. Nira and Alluria never fail to see each other, every night by the crooked trees. The mother of the queen is taken by the witch, never to be seen again. And Nira is forced to become queen. So what happens to Alluria? Okay, I'm just making sure I follow along. Sometimes when I'm reading out loud, I miss details in my brain hole. In her mother's absence, Nira does her best to lead the kingdom, and for years it prospers. She's like no other leader they've had before. But secretly, she wants to leave. As queen, she has no more time for the things or people that she loved with all her heart. She cries every night alone. I mean, she could call up Alluria, I feel like, right? To live at the castle or something, if that's what they want to do. But she knows she can't. Too much responsibility falls on her. Then one day, Nira is cursed by the same witch that took her mother and forgets everything. Her name, her family, her kingdom. See, amnesia, kind of like you. Is this somehow a parallel to your story? Are you a queen somewhere? Everything except for Alluria and the desire to leave. Oh, those are the things that she remembers. Okay. And so she leaves, and no one in the village ever sees her again. I won't bore you with the rest of the story, but thanks for listening until now. Bore me? You just mean you don't want to spoil the ending for me. Fair enough, fair enough. I'll have to read it myself, I guess. Come on, believe me, Scarlet, I want to hear this to the end. Especially because you like it so much. I mean, I can see the parallels to her own situation. I look deep in her eyes, and I can tell just how much she loves the story. Well, there's really not much left, but... Well, Nira and Alluria live a wonderful life in a neighboring kingdom for many years. But one day she remembers everything and rushes home, worrying for her people. When she gets there, she sees her people have been ruled by the very same witch who took her memory, and that her people no longer prosper the way they did under her rule. In anger, Nira confronts the witch on the border of Avaranda. The witch takes off her cowl, revealing herself to be Nira's mother, the lost queen. Oh, that's a plot twist. Nira's mother gives her an ultimatum. She can return to ruling the kingdom, but she can never leave again. Or she can leave now and never come back. And that's where the story ends. You never get to know what choice Nira makes. Oh, that is awful. Oh, that is awful, Scarlet. That's quite the cliffhanger. That's awful. What would she pick? What would you pick? What would I pick? I'm kind of power hungry. I'd probably just choose to rule the kingdom. Or the queendom in that case, but I want to know what happens next. Believe me too. I'm curious, what would you do in Nira's shoes? Ah, you're gonna ask me this? That one's hard, because like, I joke about being power hungry and I'd want to rule it myself, but selfishness aside, there are two ways to look at this, right? Staying in the kingdom means that, again, her people weren't prospering under the old queen. So you might say that Nira has a duty to her people to stay in the kingdom and see her people better, right? But that means she doesn't get to leave the kingdom, and presumably that means she doesn't get to see Alluria anymore. That's tough. But ultimately, her kingdom's her home, you know? Like, it was great to leave, but like, the people are failing without her. She's kind of duty bound, and I think ultimately she and Alluria will figure it out. I would stay in the kingdom, I think. I think I'd stay. Which, on a meta level, now that I've clicked that and committed to it, kind of makes it feel like, would Mo-Man in this game choose to stay on this island or leave? But I think the reasons are different. I'm not trying to stay on this island to, like, make the people better. I'm trying to get off. Well, no, I take it back. I would if I'm Mo Man with the amnesia, do I want to escape the island alone? Or do I want to get everybody out of here? I want to get everybody out, right? Oh, that's crazy. I think I'd stay. She's shocked. She's like, what? Why is that? Let's see what the game Mo Man says. I think I know what I'm thinking duty. You gotta save everybody. You gotta do it, right? You're in a position where you're the only one capable of doing that. You have to do it. I mean, I can't just let my people suffer like that. That's what I'm saying. But I would never let Aloria go. I know, I wouldn't, if we loved each other, we'd figure it out, right? I'd find a way to make it work. You're a real romantic, aren't you? I don't know, you guys at home be the judge. Am I crazy? I've loved this story ever since I lost my memories. Now hold on, Scarlet. Don't move on from this. What would you choose, Scarlet? You can't just ask me and then not tell me yourself. I'm sure I don't have a kingdom or anything, but sometimes you wonder, you know? Yeah, I get the same feeling too. That's just life, you know? You just have to keep moving forward. Yeah, you're right. I'm really happy that you're the one I get to move forward with, Mo Man. Well, we'll see about that. Me too, Scarlet. There's no one else I'd rather be with right here, right now. I don't know if that's true, but you know what? Don't worry about it. Right here, right now, you're here. I want to enjoy that while we have it. And speaking of right now, there's somewhere I want to bring you. Is there? Okay, all right, where are we going? Me? Where's that? I'll give you a hint. I've been thinking about this place ever since you mentioned that you loved fairy tales. Gasp! What does that mean? I don't know. Oh, the restaurant that Violet took us to? Weird flex, but okay. Oh my gosh, there's turtles down here, turtles! She was practically dancing around the room, taking in all the sights. It's impossible not to smile. I figured the Ocean Palace just might be your thing. Scarlet practically jumps onto me and squeezes the life out of me in a deathly bear hug. This is wonderful, Mo Man. Thank you so much. You've made everything so special in ways I honestly couldn't believe, but you did it. And this is just the beginning, Scarlet, or the end. I don't know how this is gonna go. We're in this together, I guess. I mean, we are in this together. I held Scarlet and kissed her on the lips. Oh, I initiated this. In a lot of the cases, the ladies have been the initiators. It was like an explosion of passion had set me on fire as she kissed me back and wrapped her arms around me and licked her lips. Always. We spent the rest of the night enjoying a lovely dinner in a place straight out of a fairy tale with nothing but love in our hearts and laughter and smiles on our faces. I can't wait to leave this island with you, Mo Man. I've never been this excited, this happy since ever. You make me feel like I'm living in a fairy tale. You know, I've got an idea of how we could spend tonight if you're interested. What are you thinking about, Scarlet? And what's that? I'll show you why fairy tales were written by adults. Excuse me? What does that sentence actually mean? I think I know what you're implying, but excuse me? And just like that, that's my last date with Scarlet. Oh boy, time sure goes by quickly. Are we outside? What did we do? And did we do it in the Ocean Palace? What does that mean? I thought I'd find you here. Why is that? You tend to come out here when you're lost in thought is all. Do I? I mean, I guess we've done this like billions of times, so she knows where to find us on any given night because we've done it over and over again. So that actually suddenly makes so much sense. You're thinking about how the show's almost over, am I right? How'd you know? Lucky guess. Well, it's not over yet, so don't let up just yet. Speaking of which, how was your date with Scarlet today? I mean, oh, it was okay. We did adult things and had a fun, sexy times, but it was alright. It was awesome. It was the best. Everyone just has to keep one-upping it, dude. Maybe that's what I should be doing for the ratings. That's what I should be doing for the ratings. is having all these women throw themselves at me. We have a great time, but then every time I get the chance, I'm like, it was terrible. Like, just never won enough. Be an absolute turd. Be an absolute jerk face that everyone at home hates. They hate me so much that they can't stop talking about me online. They can't stop watching the show, hoping that these ladies will snap out of it and stop liking me. Maybe that's the move, is to be an absolute turd. It was the best. My connection with Scarlett's one of a kind, and there's no one I'd rather have beside me than her. I feel like we've said that several times about many people, and Kat knows this. Kat knows this. Being married to her would be like a dream come true. Well, aren't you a romantic Mo-Man? But I'm happy to hear that. If it's you two, I'm sure that whatever you two face out there, you'll be fine as long as you stick together. And if she stops turning people into zombies, yeah, that's a conversation we have to have. Don't forget that in the prenup. Anyway, I'd ask you if you're thinking of choosing her at the end, but I'd rather wait and see how it plays out. Well, I'm not planning on that. That's why we chose her first, but you going to stay out here for long? No. Nah, I'll probably be going back inside soon. I'll keep you company till then. I figure you might want to have a conversation with someone that won't get you killed if it's not TV worthy. Thanks, Kat. Don't mention it. You know, I'm curious, Kat. What's up? Let's say I knew I was screwed. But there was no way of me getting out of here alive. She knows that that's true. That's 100% true. Let's say I knew that. Let's say I knew that information, Kat. Let's say I remembered everything. Watch her panic if I say, Kat, I know everything. She would lose it. Like, oh, red alert, call the help. That the only way left for me to survive was just to run. Would you let me escape? ... Of course, Mo-Man. That's a lie. That's a dead lie. That's a dead-faced lie. She's saying of course so that if I planned on doing it, I would confide it in her and then she would know what I'm up to. Thanks, Kat. That means a lot. It's no big deal. We stayed out for a little longer before we called it a night. I don't trust Kat. I don't. I'm lucky I have someone I can trust on my side. No, I do not. At least not from Kat. No, I do not, sir. I woke up with Scarlett in my arms? I mean, I'm not surprised by like how the date ended, but the fact that the date ended, then I had that Kat situation, and then I guess must have met Scarlett in my room after. I don't know how this is gonna go. I didn't plan on ending with Scarlett. I don't know how this is gonna affect everyone else's dates. I don't know. Let's see where this, I don't know. After talking with Kat last night, I asked Scarlett to join me for one more midnight walk. Apparently I did that. We ended up talking for hours. Morning, Scarlett. You're awake. Hi there, Mo-Man. She was clearly half asleep. I want to invent something that puts this moment into a bottle forever. Something like a memory machine, you think? That would be great, right? Then I'd repurpose a factory, mass produce it. Mwah! Love you. She dozes off as she embraces me in her arms and holds me tight. We must have stayed there together for over an hour, but I wish it didn't pass by so fast. I'm so happy, you know? Why is that? No matter how this show ends, we won't be alone. What more could I ask for? No matter how this show ends, we won't be alone. Okay. I don't know what you mean by that. I mean, I guess we did have the conversation that even if I didn't pick her, we'd still be friends or whatever. But the whole we wouldn't be alone makes it seem like she already told us she definitely wants us to pick her. I don't know. I was terrified before, but now I know everything will be all right. I'm glad I could put your mind at ease, because I'm not sure what's going to happen in the course of the next 2 days. Couldn't say it better myself, Scarlett. Anyway, Kat wants you to go on a date with someone else by now, right? Yeah, sorry about that. Don't worry about it. I've got an I've got an invention to deal with them later. I'm sorry, what was that? Oh, nothing. See you later, Mo Man. Oh boy, this isn't going the way I actually meant it to go. I didn't want to lead her on that bad, but here we are. We'll see what happens. Morning, Mo Man. You'll be happy to know your third date with Scarlet yesterday was pretty well received. Not the highest rated we've had so far, but enough to give us more room to keep going. I know Violet was the one that was like through the roof, right? Should we end on Violet? Because that was the one that she said we had like the highest ratings. I was leaning towards Allie, but I keep going back and forth. I like Allie quite a bit. Violet's got the money, if we want to go that route. Sounds good enough to me. For your next date, make sure you pick someone who you think the audience will respond well to. Though at this point, I think you're in a pretty good spot either way. Without further ado, which soulmate candidate is it going to be? The real question is, who do we want to end on? That's the real question. Oh. I don't know why I'm like so torn over this. I'm trying to think about our clues, about our dreams. We had a baking dream. Did we have any dreams? Yes, we did. We had one dream about being watched on the boat when we kissed. And that was an Allie dream for sure. So I can think of one dream from each of them for sure. I think for sure. I can't remember all the rest of the dreams because I wasn't... I feel like we go with, but I'm wondering about the ratings. Allie would know how to use a boat, so might be my soulmate. Violet got a lot of ratings, so like if I go Violet then Allie, and if I end and it's worse ratings and I get murdered, then maybe it doesn't matter. But maybe it doesn't matter anyway from the very beginning. I'm probably agonizing over this for literally no reason. I think I'm gonna save Allie. I think I'm gonna do Violet next. That's a tough choice, man. That's a tough choice. This is probably the wrong choice for ratings. Oh, it's a tough choice, man. I choose Violet. You didn't let me down, Mo Man. Oh, I don't know how I feel about that. I had my doubts with Violet at first, but now I can see why she's the audience favorite. Oh! I should have ended with her because that's what I was told to do. I don't know, man. We'll see. Don't mess it up. Wouldn't dream of it. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't. Maybe it truly doesn't matter. I find Violet in the same place I met her. She was taking out a fresh batch of cookies from the oven. Morning, Violet. I slide next to her and grab one of the cookies in one smooth motion. Ow, hot! I fling the cookie into my mouth anyway. Worth the pain! It was delicious! Wait a moment, you silly goose. You never fail to make me laugh, Mo Man. I quite admire that. I do a mocking bow with my arms behind my back and put on my best fancy accent. The pleasure's all mine, milady. Stop you! I wolfed down another cookie. Heck yeah. I'm gonna get fat on cookies! You do know those are for sharing with everyone, right? I can't help myself. I'm part of everyone. What's the problem here? We laughed together at the bit we were performing. Ah, that reminds me, Mo Man. What's up, Violet? It's come to my attention that the show will be ending quite soon. Yeah, it is. Oh, do cheer up, please. I don't intend to feel sorry for myself. Instead, I want to use the time we have left here to do something I've always longed to do. And what's that? What I want is to go on a date, the kind that normal people go on. Not one of your, what was it called? Like the lustful something or others that you read about? The kind that I've... Oh, no, the kind that you have read about. The kind that I've only read about. Having a picnic, watching a movie at the theater, long walks on the beach, even something crazy like a paint night. And then we could watch the sunset go down together, and it'd be so romantic. Yeah, sure. Let's organize those things. Let's do it. Her enthusiasm is adorable. She practically bounces around the room like a ping pong ball. I think we can make that happen. Can we now? Which one? All of them. Like chop chop. Let's get the brothers 5 on this. Chop chop all of them. Why not all of them? Let's go. It's a TV show. Make it happen. She's got the most beautiful smile. Dang. Really? You've got to be kidding me. You can count on me, Violet. I'll make it happen. Yay! She does a little cheer and dance. Gosh, I can't stop smiling at her. That said, I have no idea what to do. Guess this will be touch and go. We're gonna make it up as we go. It would be fair if you figured out everything. Let me handle the picnic. She pulls out a basket from behind her. She had this organized. What the frick? Care to join me in the lovely outdoors? I wouldn't miss it for the world, Violet. Here we go. We're eating what do they call them? A Benson box? A Jansen box? What's a Boku? What are the Japanese lunch box? We walk outside for a while, then settle on a lovely spot with a nice mix of shade and sunlight for our picnic. You also, much the same way as Yui could summon animals to her. We're in a butterfly patch, it would seem. Is that sterling silver? It's so shiny. 3 prongs, very fancy. The way her silver hair catches the sunlight, it's enough to make you believe in angels. Where's your halo, madam? She's so beautiful. Dig in, I've brought plenty. Please don't hold yourself back. I've got to be the luckiest person alive. Save that talk for after you try this. I'm letting you have the first bite. Arr. Should I be worried? I smile as she mock pouts. Just kidding. She laughs and smiles as she spoon feeds me a delicious egg roll. I do love me some egg rolls. I am a big fan of the egg rolls. Call it, I'm the luckiest person alive. Not just because the food's delicious, but because you're here next to me, Violet. You've made this week so special. I feel the same way, Mo Man. And there's more where that came from. You're absolutely right. I've got something prepared for just the 2 of us next. You owe me one, Mo Man. Okay, Cat must have organized it. Question mark? We enjoy the delicious food and conversation over the rest of the afternoon. We walk back to the mansion hand in hand, smiling all the while. Next stop, the only movie theater on the island. I didn't know we had a room like this in the mansion. Is this just the game room, like reorganized or whatever? I'm not surprised. Tara's pretty territorial about this room from what I've seen and heard. It is the game room. I had to think about it for a second. I'm like, I've been here, right? I'm not making that up. But right now, it's our very own private movie theater. I do a little jazz hands at the TV. Movie theater! Movie theater! Okay. Violet claps as if I had just put on a performance of a lifetime. I make a dramatic bow, then take a look at what movies we have in store. Let's see, we have rom-coms, fantasy medieval movies, war movies, a few superhero movies, and last but not least, a horror movie. Maybe we can get her to jump into our arms in fright. I'll put on a rom-com. From what Violet was saying earlier, this would definitely be her favorite. I start the movie, then go back and sit next to Violet with my arm around her. Ooh, a little blush action. Ooh. The story is about a girl who moved to a place called New York to become a writer, falls in love with a boy she meets there, and eventually realizes her dream and her love. It wasn't anything special, but Violet was thoroughly entranced by the whole movie. Me? I was more entranced by her. After the credits roll, Violet practically bursts into tears. This was the best movie I've ever seen in my whole life. My whole life! Then how about we take a scene you liked from the movie and turn it into a painting. Are we doing the painting thing, the painting day? Oh my gosh, you didn't! Just wait right here for a second. Scurries out to a room to find paint. Okay. This might be the part that Kat actually organized for us. I had no idea where to find art supplies, but I knew if there was anyone who could, it was Kat. Kat, I think you know the sitch. You got some nerve putting this together at the last minute, but I like that about you. 4, set up everything they need for a paint night in the main hall of the mansion, stat. Ah man, I just finished my shift. Even better, you've got free time for this. And so we started painting on canvases in the main hall. I think I'll paint a picture of Violet and I watching a movie together or a scene from the movie. I think we're gonna go with the adorbs, Violet and me watching the movie together. Because I said we should paint a scene from the movie. So I'm guessing she's gonna paint the scene from the movie, and I'll have her show the painting first. Like, what'd you paint? She'll be like, it's this scene. And then I'll be like, I painted us. And she'll be like, I don't know if that's how that's gonna play out, but I'm gonna do it. Of Violet and I watching the movie together. I think the people at home watching will be eating this up. God, this is actually really... She's the fan favorite. We're doing this whole variety date thing. This is gonna be like the best date, the most like surprises. It's gonna be the best for ratings. I'm gonna follow that up with Allie, which will be good, but I'm gonna find out that it's not good enough, and then I'm gonna die. That's what's gonna happen. Anyway, I'm gonna paint Violet and I watching the movie together. This counts, right? What are you painting, Mo Man? Don't tell her, it's a surprise. I'm painting a picture of us watching the movie together. It's the most beautiful scene from the movie, you know? It'd be a shame not to capture it. But also, side note, unless someone destroys this painting, if we do, quote unquote, die and reset, if we can find this painting again, it'll be proof that I've already done this. This might actually be really interesting. You're quite the flirt, you know that? But I like that about you. Oh, you know me. Very flirty. Her smile could melt the coldest heart. So which scene are you painting, Violet? What if she did the same thing? I'm drawing the scene where the girl runs out in the rain to tell the boy that she loves him. It was just so romantic. She sighs like a love-struck teenager. I don't know what a love-struck teenager sounds like. Is that a sigh? I could tell she was putting her whole heart into her painting. She captured the scene perfectly. As for me, let's just say I was more focused on making the people have the right number of heads and was working from there. Not a great artiste, old Mo Man over here. An hour or so later, we finish and compare our final artworks. She's an incredibly talented artist. Me, not so much. That was embarrassing, but man, it was worth it. Just to see her smile and break into laughter. Her laughter, however, was interrupted by a gurgle from her stomach. It's time to make some food. Mother would punish me for sure if she heard me make that sound, but who cares now? That's the spirit. Violet was unstoppable at this point. Is it time for dinner? I do believe it is. I volunteered to cook, but she wanted to go back to the restaurant that we went on our first date, so we did. Feels a little awkward since we just had a very romantic night with Scarlett here, but hush, we don't need to tell Violet that. She might already know, considering this is a TV show, she might know, but apparently she was trying too hard to be prim and proper back then and didn't actually get to eat as much as she wanted. Oh, on the first date, I see what, okay, yeah. All the ladies like to do that, eat a little bit less to make themselves seem a little less gluttonous on the first date or whatever. The men, we guys, we're probably not paying that much attention to it, just so you know. Ladies out there, we're really not paying that close attention. We really aren't. She ate up a storm, almost literally, almost. We spent dinner wolfing down, again with the wolfing down delicious food without a care in the world, and laughing about scenes in the movie and our little artsy adventure. Then, finally, we went for the long-awaited walk on the beach. We held hands as we walked along the ocean, the waves of the ocean seeming to play music for us as we skirt by. The waves of the ocean. We did have a lot of dreams of waves of the ocean, but we do end up escaping on the boat, so maybe that means nothing. I'm just kind of wondering about it. At times, we talked without end. At other times, we enjoyed each other's company and warmth and silence. Just walks. Just going on a walk with someone that you want to get to know. That can be really, that by itself can literally be a really cool date. Either way, we were as happy as can be. I did that once. I had a first date with this girl. That was it. The first date was just a walk. We met at this park that had this freaking long trail. We were gonna do this 1 mile loop or whatever, and we went 3 miles because we were just chatting forever. It went very well. A walk can be a date. It doesn't have to have the paint night and the movies and all the rest of it. It doesn't have to. Either way, we were as happy as can be. We talked about how the past, the present, and future was so different than before because of each other. You know, Mo Man, if you asked me to marry you right now, without a doubt, I'd accept. Yeah? I know it sounds quite crazy to say that in such a short period of time, but I just know. She kisses me passionately with everything she's got. And what comes next was the perfect ending to our lovely date. Come closer. I'm gonna wake up with all the ladies in bed on this rotation, on this trio of dates. After my date with Violet, I waited around outside till the time I'd expect to see Kat, but she never showed up. Oh, that doesn't bode well. That doesn't bode well. If she's not around, am I about to get murdered because I didn't say Violet for last? Because I know her ratings would have been the best. Oh man, I don't know. I guess she already has enough footage for today. I'm so nervous. Might as well try to find her. Well, maybe we will find her in a weird spot doing something weird. No one's here. Looks like the snacks from before are gone too. Not here either. Hey Tara, what's up? Ah, oh, is she in the library? That makes sense. Kat was at a table writing something down at a frantic pace with one hand against her head. Hello? Hey, Kat, what's up? She's busy. Yeah, ... Huh? Oh, hey, Mo Man, I didn't see you there. How are you doing? That depends on what you're ominously writing. Did I screw up? Let's be honest. I screwed up, didn't I? You look just like someone who had just realized I was dead meat. Oh, this? Don't worry about it. Somebody's dead meat, but it's not you. Yay? Yeah, who's dead meat then? I'm just kidding. I'm just fixing up some of the balance sheets Tu was working on. Being an accountant was really never in the cards for them, despite what they say. Sit down. I'll be stuck here a while anyway. Sure, sounds good. I'm still not sure I believe any of what you just said, but okay. I sit down next to Kat at the table. So, how'd today's date with Violet go? It was awesome. Being with Violet makes me feel like we're on top of the world. Somehow she takes my breath away with how cool she can be. And at the same, make me laugh like a child alongside her. I had no idea that I'd fall for her so hard after our first meeting, but I couldn't help myself. That's actually true. After our first meeting, I thought she was kind of like a snooty brat. This is completely turned around. To be fair, I think her story has been the biggest twist for old Mo Man so far. And now, what I want most is to make her the happiest woman in the world. Now that's what I like to hear. I had my doubts at first, but you two really stole the show. And with good reason. I feel like our viewers got to see a glimpse of what your lives together would be like. Maybe the mess in the kitchen won't be from the dough next time, Oh, Kat, oh, you. No comment. Anyway, you've done great till now. I don't know what you've said to each of the girls. If what you've said to each of the girls is really... I think I just had a stroke. I don't know if what you've said to each of the girls really is true, but don't stop now. You have just to get through one more day and you'll be able to finally leave this place. And you'll tell me what my old life was like? Of course, lies. I mean, if I didn't, where would you even go? I'm not going anywhere. Fair point. ... Even she knows. She knows she's full of crap. You look like you've got something on your mind. I'm just thinking about tomorrow. You've been getting the best ratings I've ever seen. I just hope it's enough. The rating requirements for the last date and the last day are the highest. Oh, yeah, I screwed up. I'm sure it's gonna be fine. Don't worry. I've made it this far. Nothing's gonna stop me from making it to the end. I hope so for your sake, Mo Man. So when I'm out of here, what are you gonna do? Are you going to move on to the next killer dating show? I didn't know you were my career coach. You want to know my 5-year plan too? Kinda. I get the feeling that 5 years from now you'd rather not be here. There is no plan. I'm just taking it one day at a time. I feel you on that one, Cat. That's really all anyone can do in this crazy world. Anyway, I gotta get back to work. Good luck, Mo Man. You'll need it. Thanks, Cat. I'll see you later. Night. Tomorrow's gonna be the last date. I'll need all the rest I can get. Guess I'll call it a night. Yeesh. The performance is coming to a close. The actors and actresses come out, one by one, ready to take their bows. I would clap, but I'm waiting for you and only you. Who's actually got acting experience? That was a dream. Who's got actual acting on a stage experience of everybody? I could see it being Violet. She's all prim and proper. Maybe she's in ballet or something. I don't know. Waking up next to, speaking of, waking up next to Violet felt like waking up next to an angel. So far, I think every girl has made it to my bed except for Tara, and we haven't gotten around because Tara's date got interrupted, so that didn't happen. And then of course, Allie, who we were about to date. Every girl's ended up in my bed, and I don't know how to feel about all of this because I can only choose one, so I feel terrible. We had walked back from the beach past midnight last night, so any rest we could get was very welcome. For several minutes, all I could do was watch her silver hair catch the sunlight. You say that. Which side of the bed do you think she's sleeping on? I feel like I'd be the left side. I feel like I'd be the window, but maybe I'm wrong. She was the most beautiful thing I'd ever seen. I mean, as far as my amnesia can recall. Morning, Mo Man. Morning to you too, Violet. Do you mind if we just perhaps stay here for a spell? Not one bit. Fantastic. She rolls herself towards me and hugs me with all her strength. No take-backs. We lay together in the bed all morning, enjoying each other's warmth and company. I don't want this moment to end. I simply cannot wait till we leave here together, Mo Man. We will be the greatest partnership for all time. An empire like no other. I do like the sound of that. I do like the sound of that. I do like an ambitious woman. It's true. It's time for you to spend some time with another girl, no? Yeah, sorry about that. It's in the contract. It's no matter. To bicker about this would be fruitless. It's the very nature of the show. Do entertain yourself with whoever today's date will be. But know that anything she could offer would pale to what a queen could. It's weird that it's the second time in a row now that we've heard about a queen, because, we got, Scarlet mentioned queens too. You're running out of time, Kit Kat. Okay, this is an interesting dynamic. So Damien has put an ultimatum onto Kat as well. It's going to be fine, just watch. Wait, have we put Kat at risk as well by not choosing Violet for last? Because I really feel like, we'll see what happens. I'll just shut up. Good morning, Kat. Morning, Mo Man, how'd you sleep? Pretty well, thanks. I bet you did. That bed is worth more than your life. Oh, that reminds me, why can't the staff have the same kind of bed that Mo Man gets? Do I look like I'm made of money? Kinda, yeah. You literally own this island. If I give the staff beds, the next thing they'd ask for is minimum wage. No thanks. What do they get paid in at all? Peanuts? He walks away. So how about that 5-year plan, huh? Maybe the brothers were onto something with this whole accounting thing. Anyway, it's time for your last date with your last soulmate candidate, Allie. You ready? It's time to make or break. I'm ready as I'll ever be, Cat. And without further ado, lights, camera, don't get yourself killed. Let's go. I find Allie by the beach, or more accurately, she comes running up to me. You're not gonna believe this, Mo Man. What's that? Oh, all right, who took my keys? You've got 10 seconds before I take it out of Four's paycheck. Oh, come on. We'll walk and talk, come on. Well, let's walk and maybe more like run like heck. Four is not gonna be happy when he finds out that yeah, whatever, come on, let's go. She grabs my hand and pulls me with her into the forest clearing nearby. What's going on? Did she steal the keys to the boat? You're not gonna believe what I just found. What's that? Well, I was wondering how to top the 2 previous dates when I stumbled upon. Oh, wait a minute, it's better if I surprise you. Did you stumble upon the keys to the secret lab? What are we about to go into? What's about to happen? I'm gonna have to close my eyes again, right? I love how fast you learn things, Mo Man. She was singing as she covered my eyes with one hand and pulls me along with the other. She pulls me along step by step. I can't say I wasn't enjoying it. Is this a staircase? It feels like metal beneath me. In the middle of a forest? Allie is the one that went running into the forest and got tranked or whatever. There's something in the forest that we're not supposed to discover. Just a bit more now, all right. ... You can open your eyes now. It's the airplane! Wait, what if we fly off the island? How on earth? We were inside a small plane, the very same one I'd been rudely awakened in my first day here. How did you even... It was just sitting in the forest, so I thought, why not, right? I have so many questions. Wait a minute, are you planning on... Without even bothering to answer me, Allie rushes to the cockpit. I bet this plane isn't even a real plane. Like, it's just here as a part of the set, right? Oh, crap. Here's to hoping that this goes better than the rollerblades. Oh, she's not gonna try to fly this thing. She's not. She's not. Wait, that's gonna blow the ratings, dude. That's gonna, oh, dude. Huh, I wonder what this big red button does. I've never been in a cockpit. I don't know what a big red button in the cockpit does. Oh God, get me out of here. I run for the door, but it was already shut tight. And away we go. The engine of the plane roars as we take off. I slam into the side of the door. Oof. Come on, be honest, you were thinking the same thing. You put a big juicy red button there completely unattended and you expect a good citizen like me not to press it? You're bonkers. You've got a good point, but do you have any idea how to fly this thing? Wait a minute, if you're talking to me here, then who's flying the plane? Technically nobody, but crash! The right wing of the plane smashes into a tree. We hit it hard enough for it to be slightly deformed. Ugh! I slam into the wall yet again. Well, we didn't need that wing anyway. We still have the other one. I don't think that's how that works, Allie. Exactly like kidneys. I don't think so. I think it's more like a liver situation or lung. Oh no, you can live with, Forget killer dating death shows. Forget Damien and Kat. Allie was going to be the death of me. I try to run to the cockpit, but it was all I could do to stay upright as the plane teeters back and forth. I'm just kidding, I got this. Allie runs to the cockpit without breaking a sweat. Meanwhile, I do my best impression of a ball in a pinball machine. All right, I got this. The plane seems to stabilize in a matter of seconds. Oh, thank God, I really thought we were gonna crash. Oops. Once again, the right wing of the plane smashes into a tree. Somehow, it was bent back into its original shape? Not so bad if I do say so myself. All right, that was dumb luck and you know it. And now for the moment you've all been waiting for. We start gaining altitude slowly at first, then faster and faster, higher and higher. Before long, we were soaring high above the trees. Are there even cameras on this airplane? Is this gonna get broadcast? Holy crap. Allie yells out in triumph. Woo! I join it and yell out with glee. Whoa! It's a pretty great feeling, huh? Not dying in a fiery plane crash? Flying free. Without it, what's the point of living? You talking about freedom or flying? Oh, why not both? That said, there's another reason I flew us up here. Okay, what's that, Allie? This is the only place I could find on the island that wasn't bugged. No one could eavesdrop on us here. Hey, yo. Allie's up to some business. Maybe it is good that we saved her for last. This is working out well for us. Maybe not for ratings if there's no cameras or whatever, but what do you know, Allie? What do you know? And sorry for the turbulence, but without it, they might have heard me disable the bugs in here. Okay, she was playing dumb. She was hitting trees on purpose. You're like an ace pilot. Holy crap, what are you? Believe me, I looked for a safe place as hard as I could. That's why I got the rollerblades in the boat earlier, to find a safe place to talk as fast as possible. I'm guessing you know what the show is really about then. Unfortunately, yeah. What a bummer, am I right? Unfortunately, I don't think you do, and I can't risk telling you everything either. What? Why? Believe me, you're better off not knowing. I have a suspicion, Allie. What? Allie, what are you hiding? Who are you really? Look, we don't have too much time before we'll have to land. This thing's already almost out of fuel. Sure enough, we had already started descending. Please, just trust me. I'm on your side, Mo Man. I know there's so many lies going on around here, but I really want to help you get out of here. Though I have to admit, it wasn't on my to-do list at first. Oh? It's a good thing you're so cute. Okay, all right. I'm just a pretty face. I see how it is. ... I'm kidding. Jeez. Do you trust me? I think you've gone through some lengths so far to earn my trust. So I think so. Yeah. Yeah, I think I do. Like, this is kind of an insane situation. There's no way Kat or Damien want you flying a plane. So I feel like I do. I'm gonna say yes. Of course I do, Allie. You know that. You won't regret it, promise. So, what can you tell me? There's no time. Long story short, there's something on this island I need to find that the people I work with need. Who are the people that you work with? You gotta find something on the island, and your memory isn't being wiped? This is curious indeed. It's life or death, not for just you or me, but for countless others. I came here to save all of you, and I won't give up until I have. That's kind of what I want to do. I want to get everybody out of here. I'm with you, Allie. I'm with you. Hold on. This has worked out well for me. Though at this point, I've done all I can. It's in his hands now. Who's he? Whose hands? Whose? No time to talk. We're almost back in range of the island's recording network. Is it one of the brother five? Is it one of the brothers five? One of them's an inside agent or something? Could be. It could be. What was the brother that had bad accounting work or whatever that Kat was trying to fix? Could have been him. You know, like screwing up the paperwork on purpose to keep Kat busy sometimes. Could be. No matter what, don't tell anybody what happened here. Not even a little bit. Not even if you think you can trust them. Are we clear? Crystal. The plane flies lower and lower. All right, we're about to be back in the recording zone. What else? What else? Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That really doesn't limit it much. I guess not. What? After we land, Kat scolds us for taking the plane. She must be out of her mind livid. Kat and Allie seem to exchange more than a few uneasy glances as we get off the plane. What do they know together? What do they know together that I'm not allowed to know? As we walk away, I hear Kat whisper something to Allie. Nice try. And then I see something I'd never seen before and would never see again. Is it the ink? Are we gonna go ink black? Sky rapidly turns from bright blue to black, as if it were water being drowned in the darkest ink. That's because we were never actually outside of recording, because this is like some sort of crazy simulation place. Oh God, what's this mean? Then the bright sun in the sky went out like a candle in the wind. Even though I knew I was standing outside, I couldn't even see my hands in front of my face. And I felt somebody grab me from behind. No, not somebody. There must be several people. They forced me to the ground and cuffed me behind my back. I screamed, but there was no sound. I tried to fight, but there is no way out. I scream at Allie for her to run as far as she could, but I hear no response. Then, nothing. Yeah, we're back here. As far as in-game Mo-Man knows, it's for the first time, but we're back here. What is this place, dude? ... I wake up on an operating table, the kind you'd see in a nightmare. My first instinct is to get up and get off of it as fast as possible, but my neck, my hands, and legs are cuffed and pinned down in thick metal braces. I try to force myself out with all my strength, but the braces don't so much as budge. Morning, Mo-Man. Once again, Kat, here we are. But what's going on, Kat? Get me out of here. I'm afraid I can't do that. And honestly, I'm getting tired of explaining why. Let's just speed this along, shall we? What are you talking about? She places some kind of helmet on my head. I try to avoid it, but the brace around my neck makes it impossible to maneuver. Please, Kat, don't do this. I can hear the hum of a massive generator turning on behind me. She raises her hand, revealing a trigger switch with a single red button. See you soon, Mo-Man. She presses it. Yeah, see us soon, right? The curtain closes. You're taking your bow. Oh, now I'm on this stage. And when you lift your head, I can see you clearly for the first time. What? It's you. The one I'd been waiting all this time to see. The one who made me dream of a life together far from this island. Who is it? Who's the actress? You've been right by me all this time. Tomorrow's the day, Mo-Man. What? You nervous? Who wouldn't be? You've got a point. She reaches for my hand and holds it tightly. You okay? You sure we should be doing this? What does this mean? I don't want you to be punished just because I want to get out of here. Is it Kat? Who's the girl? Is it Kat? God, I've gone back and forth on this so many times. Hey, Kat. We've always been a team, you and me. What? No matter what, we're in this together. I kind of called it, way early on, but I started to dismiss it because it seemed crazier and crazier. Are we circling back to this? Are we coming back? Thanks, Mo-Man. It explains why she's so casual with us and being very like flirty, sitting on my bed, hanging out with us. It explains it because she wants to spend time with us, but we're like amnesiac, so we're like, we don't remember anything. How did things come to this? The escape failed. I've been surrounded, beaten, shot, betrayed. The love of my life, She shot me. So we tried to escape with Kat, and I think she gave us up, betrayed us. I'm bleeding out rapidly. I try my best to slow the bleeding, but it's no use. What did you do to her? They could have amnesia'd her, and she doesn't remember that we're a team. So that all comes down to Scarlet. If she can figure out how to create an antidote. I choke out every last word. I didn't do anything. You were too busy making hard eyes at Kat here to see where her true loyalties lied. That could be true. That could be true. That we may have been giving too much of our trust to Kat if she has been lying this whole time and playing us this whole time. I don't know. I don't know how deep this weird swirly rabbit hole actually goes. How many double agent, triple agent, quadruple agent situation we have going on here. What I do know is I think I trust Allie. I need to find out who she works for and what she's looking for. I'm sorry, Mo Man, but it's true. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Okay. Father, we called it. Damien is my father. We called it. Not initially. Initially, I thought maybe husband or something. Initially, we were wrong, but we got there, and here we are now. I knew you were planning something the moment you came to this island. The moment I came to this island, I was planning something? So I came here with a purpose. And Kat earned our trust by playing the sympathy card that she wants to escape. But she works for Damien and is Damien's daughter. And she just plays us over and over again to keep us all trapped. I see. But you didn't trust me enough to tell me what exactly it was. So I became close to you and told you just what you wanted to hear. That's sick. And then you told me everything I needed to know. As soon as you told me your plan, there was no way you were going to ever escape from this island. Why are you saying this? Now that's my girl. You really are my daughter. It's a weird thing to just say, but okay. Why? I love that look on your face, Mo Man. You know, you've got an expression that would be perfect for my next show. Oh, I came to this island for something before the dating show existed. Why did I come to this island? To take down Damien and his other death shows? Maybe. Okay. And it just so happens we've got an opening just for you. It's no use. I've lost too much blood. The world turned dark. This is the end. Keep him alive, Mo Man. You might think I'm showing you mercy, but believe me, by the end of this, you're going to wish that I had just let Kat kill you. Wow. Why? Why Kat? What was our relationship with Kat? Why would you? I barely have time to breathe before the waves pull me under once more. Hey, yo? Where am I? I'm underwater? Oh, underwater? Maybe. An underwater, lab off the coast of the island, maybe? It's so dark and cold. I try to move, but I'm so tired. It takes all my strength to reach my hand out forward. Feels like glass. I'm trapped in some kind of tank. I'm in one of the tanks now, instead of strapped onto a table. Are they cloning me? Is that a thing? I want to sleep for just or maybe this is how they're healing me from being shot or whatever. Maybe. ... Is someone there? I can feel somebody's presence. I open my eyes, and I can see. Hang on just a little longer, Mo Man. Allie? Who are you? I think this is before the dating show. So we're being resuscitated before the dating show thing happens. She's like an agent or something. The woman in front of me looks at me with pity. I'm not gonna hit the glass. I think that's probably pointless. I'm just gonna say something. I try to speak, but it's no use. My mouth won't speak the words I want them to. Oh, okay. I must be... Well, I'm either in water, I guess, or something. You're awake. I'm so glad, but you're gonna wish you were asleep for this next bit, trust me. And sorry in advance. Huh? She moves towards some kind of terminal next to my tank and presses a button. As if on cue, it was if every nerve in my body was set on fire. I scream and thrash around, but it does nothing to alleviate the pain. Oh, will you look at that? Looks like our little hero's got some life left in him. You know, Mo Man, you're in luck. Usually I just kill you for this, but a new opportunity's just opened up, and I think you'd be the perfect fit. What's going on right now? Wait. What happened to Allie? Is she not here? Did Allie just turn into Damien, like a weird simulation thing? That might explain the weird glitchy boxes sometimes. I'm sorry, Mo Man, but it's true. Or did we fast forward back to the future after I don't know where we're at right now. I don't understand. Why don't you tell him, dear? Damien is my father. Always the hero, aren't you, Mo Man? Look, I mean, you might be pulling a gun on me, but she's still cute, though. You should be more worried about yourself. Yeah? You knew the rules. You know the rules, and so do I. If you try to escape the island, you die. And yet, it didn't have to be like this, but you... I'm done talking. Goodbye, Mo Man. This is where she shoots me. I'm bleeding out on the beach. Damien comes and picks me up. He's like, no, don't let him die. We're gonna put him in our experiment. Oh, okay, I was having a flashback is what was happening. Okay, great. That was a little unclear, but that was a flashback. Hold on, just a little longer, Mo Man. She looks away from me as if she had heard something. What, I couldn't tell. Crap, they're almost here. We're running out of time. I'm sorry, Mo Man. I won't be able to give you back all your memories, but this will have to be enough. She presses another button on the terminal. I've got to run back to my tank or they'll know something's up. Back to your tank. So this is how they reset everybody. Okay, like everybody. We all go into tanks. For some reason I thought I was strapped to a table previously, but like we're in tanks now. Okay. She presses her hand against the glass. Hold on just a little longer, okay? I'll get us out of here. The pain, it stopped. The world turned dark. Question mark? I've been here before. Now we get to play with at least some of our memories? I'm Mo Man. I'm on some kind of dating show. Find love or die trying. We have our memories back. I'm overdue on time for this episode. But I think we're wrapping up close to the finale, guys. I'm gonna put a stop there, and we're gonna ride this out in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're enjoying the series, please do all of the things. Like that button, hit the like button. I don't know what I'm talking about. Till next time, bye-bye. Thank you to all of the members that support this channel, and to Archmage Music Man Joe, who I heard once showed up to a dinner date in full medieval knight armor thinking it was a themed event. It wasn't. I'm sure it went well though.